Hey, welcome back to Sports Talk Live. Our next guest is a young man who, well, everybody needs a cause, and this gentleman certainly does. A bicycle ride that started in Maryland and has gone to every baseball park, or will go to every baseball park in the United States. All 30 major league ballparks, all for a very good cause, to raise awareness and to raise money for those who may not be able to afford cochlear implants. Explain to me, Jacob Landis, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Explain to me what a cochlear implant is.
It's pretty much an electronic device that they put into your the cochlea. It's responsible for all of your hearing. They put an electrode array inside of that. It completely replaces any natural hearing in that ear because it's just electronic stimulation, and the brain will interpret that as sound.
You started losing your hearing at a young age,
yeah.
But still, this was something that, without it, obviously, there's people that can't afford this, that they will not be able to hear. It's allowed you to be able to hear.
Yeah. Back in 1999 is when I got the surgery. Back then it was still seen as very experimental. So most insurance companies would not cover it. It's a lot different now, but there's still a lot of needs out there. A lot of kids that can't get the speech and listening therapy that they need. Also, the equipment has high costs with the equipment associated with it. So there's still a tremendous need out there.
Where did the idea come from? Where did you come up with this?
I think I was kind of inspired by the Baltimore Orioles 2012 magical season, when we finally had a winning season for the first time in like 15 years. And I wanted to make sure that this summer was special. I've been riding my bike for a few years, and I've always wanted to take like a long bicycling trip. And I always wondered how to keep my batteries charged. You know, how could I do that? Like if I had a tent in my backpack, like 100 pounds of stuff on my back, how could I keep my batteries charged at all times so I could hear everything around me? So just thinking about that, I just ended up saying, what if I raised some money on the ride and had full support? And there's never been a cause more important than hearing loss to me, so it just kind of came from that.
Were you surprised at the outpouring, not only the money that's been raised, but the way you've been accepted in each one of these cities?
Yeah, it's been, when we came up with the idea, I had no idea I'd be here right now. It was just kind of like a lofty, almost imaginative idea, right. And just the support we received immediately. We called a couple foundations, we called Advanced Bionics, told them what we wanted to do, and they said we would support you. Advanced Bionics makes my implant, and they gave us full support. We called the Gift of Hearing Foundation, and the president of the Gift of Hearing Foundation just kind of broke down crying, saying this is going to be amazing, you know. And she started donating like a full-time effort to try to help promote the ride. And even to this day, she's almost like a ride director for us.
It's a great cause. It started in Baltimore, where your beloved Orioles are there. And then, you know, you make your way through the Northeast, and that's fairly easy. You know, you hit Philadelphia, and then you make your way to New York, I'm guessing, and then Boston, and then, you know, Toronto, you know, just going through all the cities that way. When you leave Minneapolis, that's when you head for Seattle.
Yeah.
Was that the hardest part of the trip so far?
It actually wasn't. It's kind of nice to get away from everything for a little bit. It's definitely harder to do it every day. Because before Minneapolis to Seattle, it's pretty much ride for 2 days, take a day off, see a baseball game, ride for 2 or 3 days, take a day off, see a baseball game. But then we had to go 22 days straight just to get from one city to the next. And what was really surprising is when we got into Spokane about a week and a half before we got to Seattle, the short season single A had just started, and we got a call from the Spokane Indians saying, hey, come out, we haven't seen a game in like 2 weeks. So they gave us like 3 tickets to the game that night, so we got to see some baseball.
That's awesome. Okay, the bike, it's held up. I mean, that's a lot of maintenance. I mean, it's held up nicely though, right? I mean, is everything good? You know, no major problems on the road?
Yeah, we've had 18 flats. This is actually the second frame that we've used because the first frame had a crack in it. But we took everything off, put everything back on the new frame. So it's been working perfect since then. We've replaced the chain, replaced the cassette. So we've done some preventive stuff for it. We've had 18 flats so far.
What has been your favorite ballpark so far? Not singling anybody out, because I know everybody has treated you well. What's been your favorite ballpark?
I mean, one place I can't wait to get back to, of course, is Baltimore. I really like Coors Field.
Coors Field is really
yeah,
cool.
Yeah, it definitely reminded me of home a lot. I also like Texas, like the kind of order, you know what I mean? Because all the ballparks are really new right now, and it's also really nice to check out the order ballpark.
Right. You're not at the end, but you're on the downhill slope, so to speak, because you went from what, Anaheim to Colorado to Texas to Houston. Kansas City is next, right?
Yeah.
And then
We're on the home stretch. Like,
to
to get
Florida.
to Kansas City.
To Miami.
Yeah, we finished in Miami, and we just happened to stop by St. Louis and Atlanta and Tampa Bay on the way. But it's no more crazy up and down. It's just one kind of straight shot down into Miami.
Hey, best of luck to you, Jacob Landis. What you're doing is a great thing. To show you folks how you can donate, and you'll be at Minute Maid Park tonight. You think the Orioles have a chance in the East? Chris Davis,
I'm not sure they have a chance.
Bud Norris, you sure? Maybe the wild card. All right, cochlear implant recipient Jacob Landis. He's traveling over 10,000 miles, all 30 ballparks, to raise $1 million for hearing impaired kids. You left home in Annapolis, Maryland, back on April 3rd, and you will finish at Marlins Park on the 24th. I hope they hit a home run for you there that day to set off the scoreboard. Again, jacobsride.com, or you can text Jacob to 50555 to make a donation.